points and sends the Spurs to the play.
This is Victor Wembanyama. And because you're probably wondering, he plays this sport called basketball, which is almost like tennis in the sense there's a ball in it, and completely different in every other way. And this is Carlos Alcaraz, and in case you're wondering, this is not a wig. Wemby and Carlitos are both 22, they're both geniuses, and are already breaking every record of precocity and to some extent redefining how tennis and basketball are played. But beyond their mind-blowing results on the court, when it comes to approach to performance, they share something very special. Both fall into already existing mindsets, but each of them adds something to it that makes it dramatically different. One is called implicit control, and here you would put guys like Roger Federer, Lionel Messi, Ronaldinho Gaúcho, Magic Johnson, Ayrton Senna. The other is called explicit control, and there you would put people like Cristiano Ronaldo, Yannick Sinner, Novak Djokovic, Lewis Hamilton, or Tim Duncan. Implicit control is more based on intuition, even though it's slightly more complex than this. Explicit control is more defined by a dominance for conscious, calculated, and strategic decision making. To simplify, some of them fuel themselves internally, others externally. Of course, this is not black or white. Just like introvert, extrovert, Federer or Nadal, Real Madrid or Barca, you're always a bit of both. And I was obviously joking about the last one. Breathe out, take it easy, don't throw your phone against the wall, some underpaid kid worked really hard on it. But it's still a pretty relevant way to categorize it. Before we get into how they affect their respective models, one of the things they have in common is that both challenge a rhetoric we're often educated with. That to be the best at something, you have to be merciless, be a slave to your activity, or to have a traumatic childhood, have something to prove to someone, or be somehow fucked up mentally. Alcaraz and Wembanyama completely break this mold, each in their own mindset. Here's how. Because this is a tennis channel, I feel like Victor needs some kind of introduction. In basketball, once every 20 years, a player breaks the mold. Michael Jordan in 1984, LeBron James in 2003. But the one that came in 2023 was somewhat different.
He's freakish.
He is perhaps the greatest prospect to ever walk across this stage.
25 years from now, the GOAT conversation is going to start with these three names: LeBron James, Michael Jordan, and Victor Wembanyama.
You can't have someone out there who's making the world's greatest athletes all look like they're sixth graders.
Never seen before.
Never seen before. He's not only the best player in the NBA, but the most dominant player.
This kid is different.
He is where the league's past, Jay, meets its present.
He will force us to literally rewrite stats.
He has a chance to be the greatest player of all time.
I bust your ass before, and I'm gonna bust your ass again. Damn.
Yeah.
Now that's an MVP right there.
And the proper way to say his name is
Victor
Wembanyama.
no, it's actually Wembanyama.
Victor Wembanyama.
Wembanyama. Nyama. This letter right here is an M, not an N. It's pronounced M.
Victor Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama.
There you go. Look, to speak in terms that tennis fan can understand, take Novak Djokovic and give him the size and serve of John Isner. Like, seriously think about it. It's almost unfair to everyone else. Then make him French to balance it a little. That gives you an idea of the absolute anomaly that Wemby is. Hence his nickname, the Alien. Now, without even getting into the athletic part of it, we can even see already in the suit Victor was wearing during the draft night, explicit control characteristics. Every single detail of it was thought in an extremely mature, professional, studied way. The green was both a reminiscent of his nickname, the Alien, but also a state of transition between Europe and the NBA. The minimalist yet top design look reflected his personality, sober yet confident. Even his single piece of jewelry was carefully thought of, cheap yet again reflecting his taste for sci-fi and his recent nickname. This is Scoot Henderson, his main competition that night. I'm still looking for the meaning of the golden teeth. Another example of this elite explicit control attitude is his constant exploring of external factors that can boost his performance. The most famous one is his training with some Shaolin monks during his recovery time. He's creating new limits, inventing not just new stuff to explore, but new ways of thinking the training. The closest athlete in that respect is Novak Djokovic, except there is, or at least there's been for a long time, something angry within Djokovic, something about revenge or whatever, which is fine. Victor's approach, on the other hand, seemed born out of the pure desire to optimize the body and talent he was gifted with. So his main contribution to this model is basically being able to become this performance-oriented machine while still being completely healthy overall. I could have taken Yannick Sinner, by the way, but I didn't do it for three specific reasons. 1, I really wanted to talk about Wemby. 2, it's my channel, I do whatever I want. And 3, there's no 3. Now on the other end we have Carlos Alcaraz, and if for some reason you're a basketball fan lost on this channel, the best way to describe him is take early 90s Michael Jordan and switch his killer personality on the court to his be like my character. That's Carlos Alcaraz. From the outside, it looks like he just goes with the flow without thinking much, he's guided by pure pleasure, when in reality, trusting your feelings and intuition in sport or in life is a proper skill of its own that you can improve at. Saying Alcaraz is an artist isn't saying he just does whatever he feels like doing. The best artists in the world are monsters of discipline and often follow a very strict mindset structure. It just happens to be internal. Here's one of my favorite quotes ever by Raymond Queneau, which symbolizes this. The only athlete that actually looks extremely close to Alcaraz is Ronaldinho Gaucho, but he doesn't quite tick the box in terms of overall healthiness. So these two guys don't revolutionize anything to their mindset models per se, but definitely add something quite unique to it. Victor adds the perfect combination of focus with nothing to prove but to himself. Carlos adds the perfect combination of levity and competitiveness. What comes out of this eventually is an overall healthier approach. And I took Vic and Carlos because they're the very best in their sports, but I could have easily picked up many more because this is something that is an actual overall tendency among athletes, breaking with more traditional patterns that usually leads to breakdowns or burnouts. Now here is my word of advice. If you can figure which model is the closest to you, investigate more this type of athletes, as there's a lot to learn. Thanks for watching.